Welcome to Parent Lab. I'm Jim, and thank you for joining me for this episode. We believe that the best parents are those who are always learning, and we want to partner with you to help you become the best parent that you can be. This series is entitled 5 Essential Conversations for Raising Successful Kids. Here's a story for you. One of my sons was a relatively gifted athlete. Sports always came easy to him. He could walk onto just about any kind of field or court and be one of the best players on the team, until he walked onto a soccer field, what the rest of the world calls a pitch. When he was 6, he asked if he could play soccer in a rec league. After the first game, it was apparent to all that he didn't grow up in a soccer family. He looked like a fish out of water. No one passed him the ball, he didn't score a goal, and he wanted to quit after the first game. Why? Because he had a fixed mindset. In this episode, we're going to explore the mindset gauge so you can help your kids move from a fixed to a growth mindset. This gauge refers to the mental and emotional lens through which your kids see themselves in relationship to others and their world. The mindset gauge indicates whether your child tends toward a fixed or a growth mindset. Someone with a fixed mindset believes all their important qualities are already carved in stone. They are as intelligent, talented, and athletic as they are ever going to be. These are givens and cannot be cultivated or changed. As a result, every experience in life becomes a referendum on exactly how smart, talented, and athletic they may be. With a fixed mindset, failure is one's kryptonite. Failing at something means they're no good, they're a loser. Kids with a fixed mindset eventually stop trying new things because they don't want to take the risk of being rejected or being perceived as failing. Just like my son's experience with soccer. In his mind, he was as good at that sport that day as he ever would be. So if he can't be the star, he didn't want to play. His fixed mindset diminished the possibility for growth and therefore the value of continual learning and practice. On the other hand, someone with a growth mindset believes that intellect, talent, and athleticism can be cultivated. With time and effort, everyone can grow and mature through application and experience. Therefore, in their mind, failure is an ally, not an enemy. Those with a growth mindset don't think about shrinking back from failure. They think about how it will help them learn and grow. I think you can see where all of this is heading. Children who develop a growth mindset eventually perform better in all aspects of life than those with a fixed mindset. So parents, here's the good news. We have the best opportunity to form a growth mindset in our kids. Here's the bad news. How you do this is a bit counterintuitive. The conventional wisdom in our self-esteem culture tells us that we must praise our kids for what they are. Oh, honey, you're so special, you're so smart, you're so gifted and athletic, you're so pretty. All the while we're thinking we're building up their self-esteem. Instead, we are cementing a fixed mindset in their hearts and minds. To help your kids develop a growth mindset, start praising them for what they do. Honey, you worked so hard on that project. Look, your practice is really paying off now. I'm so proud of the way you kept after it all the way to the end of the game. This seems like such a small tweak, but it will pay huge dividends. Here's why. When your kids go off to college or launch into the workday world, they're going to meet dozens of other young adults who are even more special, smarter, more talented, better athletes, prettier, and more popular. And when they do, their self-esteem is going to drop like a rock. On the other hand, if they have a growth mindset, their focus isn't going to be on what they are in comparison to everyone around them, but on what they can learn from every new person they meet, every new experience they have, or new opportunity that presents itself. So, if you want to help your kids develop more of a growth mindset, here are 2 things. First, get and read the book Mindset by Carol Dweck. You won't regret it. And second, start having conversations that will help you become more attuned to the mindset you are developing in your kids. Here are some questions to stimulate your thoughts. First, think through your own mindset. Where does it lie on the spectrum between fixed and growth? Then share it with your spouse or trusted confidant. Second, do a praise inventory. How often are you praising your kids for what they are as opposed to what they do? What kinds of words and phrases are you using to praise them? And three, spend some time thinking through some additional phrases that you can begin using to solidify a growth mindset. Make a list of them and think of a fun way to hold each other accountable to using them regularly. Much of the time, our kids don't recognize how hard we are working, how often we are practicing for something, or how difficult it is for us to persevere. What are some ways that you can model these values so that they see your example? Carol Dweck says, if parents want to give their children a gift, the best thing they can do is teach their children to love challenges, be intrigued by mistakes, enjoy effort, and keep on learning. I hope today's content has given you something to think about and has challenged you to continue learning yourself. We hope that our channel is a place where you can do just that. Subscribe for easy access to more intentional parenting content. So stay tuned for our final episode in which we are going to explore the expectation gauge, helping you change your expectations for your kids in a way that leads them to greater success.